everyone, this is Prashant Gopalan, and on behalf of ActionableBooks.com, I'm proud to bring you a 5-minute book review of God's Debris by Scott Adams. Now, for those of you who may not be familiar with the name, Scott Adams is the creative genius behind the Dilbert comic series, the ones that appear in your daily newspaper. And I have to say, this is by far one of my most favorite books. It's definitely up there in the favorite section of my bookshelf, and it's mainly because of the range of topics that he manages to cover in such a short, concise book. He touches on so many topics that are dear to my heart: science, philosophy, religion, business, the internet, relationships, and he does this so artfully and so masterfully that you find yourself wondering why you never discovered this book before in the first place. I have to say that what he's done with this book is quite unique. Now, you may not notice, but right underneath the title, he's designated this book as a thought experiment. Now, for those of you who've never heard this concept before, a thought experiment is any fiction or narrative that is deliberately set down to challenge the reader's notions on a certain topic. I certainly found a lot of my assumptions and beliefs and topics that I thought I understood challenged quite successfully by this book's premise. You might be wondering how he designed this. Well, if you read the foreword itself, he explains that he deliberately included and specifically positioned flawed assumptions, flawed reasonings, and factual errors specifically designed to challenge the reader's subject on a topic that he or she would think they knew a lot about. I have to say that this is one of the first books I've come across that actually has an age disclaimer on it. It actually says clearly, and I'll quote, "God's Debris is the #1 best-selling ebook on the planet. It has no violence or sex, but the ideas are powerful and not appropriate for readers under 14, unquote. Now, that's pretty powerful. And looks might be deceiving. This book looks like it's very thin. It's only about 100 pages or so. But I spent 2 weeks reading this and rereading it again just to glean as much knowledge and information as I could out of it. There's a lot of material packed in here. Looks can be deceiving. You may not get this done in an hour or two as you might initially think. There's a lot of stuff, and if I were you, I'd spend a lot of time combing through and reading the finer details. There's a lot of meaning between the lines. And if you're interested in what the story is about, I'm not going to give away too much in spoilers, but I can say that after doing some research, I came across the fact that this book has a lot of tie-ins and parallels with the mid-20th century French philosophy that concerns itself with the notion that the universe is slowly rearranging and just reforming into a higher entity. That blew me away, and it kept me engaged and constantly turning a page over, a touchstone of a book that's been artfully and delightfully written. Now, for those of you watching this video review, if I had to give this book a rating out of 1 to 10, it would definitely be a 9 or 10. It's that good. And on that note, on behalf of ActionableBooks.com, I am proud to have brought you this 5-minute book review of God's Debris by Scott Adams. Till next time, this is Prashant Gopalan. Good night and happy reading.